Okay, children, now I'm going to explain you about the physical features of Asia. Now we have better understood about the location, about the boundaries, about the coastline, islands, everything. I hope this is very clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay, now let us come to the physical features. Now, if we talk about Asia, Asia is a continent of great variety of landforms, right? And not only landform, you will see the variety in climates too. Okay, so there are, you will see as the map which is given on page number 63. This is the physical feature of Asia. You will see number of things. Somewhere the lines are drawn, it means they are the mountain ranges. Somewhere the yellow part, the mountain regions, the brown part is the rocky areas, and somewhere we will see the greenery, that is the river valley. So what is all this? It is all the mixture of different varieties of landforms. I hope this is very clear. Okay, now if we start the physical feature from Lake Baikal. Now here you will see Lake Baikal, right? Now this Lake Baikal is a very famous lake. It is the deepest lake in the world. Which Lake Baikal? Okay, it is the deepest lake in the world. And if we move towards the Himalayas, Mount Everest, what is the height of Mount Everest? 8,848 meters. This is the highest peak. Highest peak. What is the highest peak? Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, right? So this thing, Lake Baikal and Mount Everest, both are where in Asia. Fine. Now, if we talk about the physical features of Asia, it is the physical, the division is majorly done in 5 categories. Fine. So, Asia is divided into 5 major physical divisions. Now, if we see the index here, right? So, index is here. The pink part which you can see here is the lowland. Fine. Then comes the yellow part. Here, this part is also very expansive, pink one, as well as the yellow part is also very expansive. So what is this yellow part? It is the central mountain belt. Okay, then comes the orange part. You can see the patches, orange patches here and there. What are these patches? The southern plateau. Okay, then comes the green part. It means the area which receives continuous water supply. So this is the river valley. All the green parts, okay, patches are the areas which are filled with rivers. Then comes the purple part. Now in the southern side you will see number of areas which are mostly all the islands, isn't it? These are all purple, of purple color. So these are what? The group islands, right? So Asia is basically divided into 5 categories, 5 divisions. First is the lowland, central mountain belt, the southern plateaus, the river valley, and the island groups. I hope this much is very clear. Okay, fine. Now let us take up the first part, that is the northern lowland. Lowland, which is shown with which color, children? Come on, tell me. Yes, which is shown with pink color, right? Now, if we see this part, we will see, that this whole of the area, is basically having Siberian plain and Turan plain. Fine. So the northern lowland are made up of 2 plains. This side we will see Siberian plain, and this side we will see the Turan plain. Right. So this half of the part is Turan plain and this half of the part is Siberian plain. Can you see the river Yenisei? Yenisei divides Siberian plain into 2 parts, right? But basically Siberian plain and Turan plain are the main location where the northern lowland is found. I hope this is very clear. Right. Now this is a continuous lowland. Lowland means low. It is not high just like mountain, but it is having, it is lower side, or you can say these are the flat part where this pink part is extended. Now here we will see number of rivers. Main rivers of this northern lowlands are Ob. Can you see here Ob? Yes, river Ob, river Yenisei, yes or no, and river Lena. So these three are the major rivers of the northern lowland. Okay, so these rivers originated from the highlands. Now these are the highlands, right, where these rivers are. Here highlands are. Okay, so from these highlands these rivers are originated, but it is flowing towards the northern side and getting themselves emptied where in the Arctic Ocean. I hope this is clear. Fine. Then comes Lake Baikal, which I have told you, the world's deepest lake. Fine. It is located where? In this division. In this division, that is the pink part, the northern lowland. What is found here? First of all, the three rivers, important and major rivers which flow towards the Arctic Ocean, and then Lake Baikal is also found there, right? And this Lake Baikal holds 20% of all fresh lake water on the globe. Then comes the Turan Plain. Now here children, you will see the Turan Plain, it is also a lowland. Siberian is also that it coming into that lowland category, right? So Turan Plain is the lowland around the Aral Sea. Now here you will see Aral Sea. Here it's Aral Sea. Fine. So this area around this sea is the Turan Plain, and it is drained by two rivers. Two of the rivers, they get drained inside the Aral Sea, and these two rivers are Amudarya and Sirdarya. Fine. You have to be very, very careful. As I'm telling you, I'm pointing it out. You just see it here, or else you can open it in your book. Right. So these two rivers are getting drained into Aral Sea. Fine. And Aral Sea is making this area, the drainage, the rivers which are coming and getting drained in Aral Sea is making it an inland drain. Okay, so now comes the second one, that is the Central Mountain region or the Central Mountain Belt, which is shown by yellow color. Now in this yellow color, we will see most of the part is covered by the mountains, right? So the Central Mountain Belt is the complex systems of which type of mountain? Fold mountains. Fine. So folded mountains are found here, and plateaus are also found here, and this all is making this whole area as the mountainous belt. Okay, now here you will see the Palmyrs. Okay, so it is a type of a knot. Fine. Palmyr is a knot. Okay, and it is located where? It is located a little south of Asia, little southern side. If we move like this, in the southern side of Asia is having Palmyrs. Okay, so this is Palmyr knot. Knot means a knot which you tie in your ties, which you tie in your, ponytails, which you tie in your shoelaces. That sort of knot I'm talking about. So it is a knot, and this knot is, having number of mountains radiating from this point. Okay, so this is the reason it is known as knot, because it is combining many mountains inside it. Okay, so the Himalayas, right? The Himalayas, the Kunlun, Karakoram, Altantak, Tian Sha, and Hindu Kush, these all mountains are radiating out from this point of Pamirs. Fine. Is that very clear? And Himalayas are the highest range in the world. Mount Everest is the highest peak of the world, and it is the part of this Himalayan range. Okay, and not only the mountains, there are number of intermontane plateaus. What are intermontane plateaus? The plateaus which are surrounded by mountains, right? So there are some plateaus, just like plateau of Anatolia and plateau of Tibet. You will find here plateau of Tibet and plateau of and what else it's there, Anatolia, and plateau of Iran too. Okay, so you will find here the plateau of Iran. Fine. So these are some of the intermontane plateaus. These are the intermontane plateaus which are also found in the second division, that is the central mountain belt. I hope this much is very clear to everyone. Huh? Okay, fine. Now here you will see the plateau of Tibet, as well as if we will come towards this side, here are some other plateaus, right, which are the part of intermontane plateaus. Is that very clear? Okay, plateau of Mongolia is also there. This is also the part of it. Okay, now comes the third division, that is the southern plateau. Now the southern plateau means all the brown patches which are appearing on the southern side. So which is the, I would say the famous plateau. Yes, the famous plateau is the plateau of Tibet, right? So the plateau of Tibet is also known as the roof of the world, right? Plateau of Mongolia and plateau of Arabia. This is the peninsular plateau of India and this Arabia. So these are the part of the southern plateau. Very clear to everyone. So most of these plateaus are formed by the old crystalline rock. These are all rocky areas, right? Understood? So it should not get mixed with the plateaus which are intermontane plateau. Intermontane plateaus are the plateau of Iran, Anatolia, Tibet, fine, and the peninsular plateau of India. Fine. So this is all what? The division which we have studied in the third part, that is the southern plateau. Now comes the great river valleys. Valleys means number of valleys. Obviously the rivers will found there. Fine. So which part is that? Green part. Can you see here the green part? Okay, children. So this green part is the Great River Valleys. River valleys are the most important region of Asia, and most of the settlements were found in these areas only. If we study about the Mesopotamian civilization and the Egyptian civilization and Indus Valley civilization, everything appeared only in these green patches. Why? Because the source was the river. Fine. So river valley are the most important part of region of Asia. They are made up of vast stretches of fertile land because of the river and because of the alluvial plains. And these areas are thickly populated. Fine. So the valley of Euphrates, we will see here Euphrates. We will see here the Tigris, right? Which civilization was that? Yes, the civilization of Mesopotamia. It flourished where? Between these two rivers of Euphrates and Tigris. So this is also a part of it. Now these rivers flows where? Into the Persian Gulf. Okay, and then comes the valley of Indus. Can you see here valley? This was also the part of civilization, isn't it? This was also the part of civilization. And in Indus Valley in India and Pakistan is formed by the rivers with its 5 tributaries, right? Here you will find, though it's not there written, but Ravi, Jhelum, Beas, Satluj and Chenab are the part of it. Fine. So this was one of the settlement. And then valley of Ganga and Brahmaputra, this was the another settlement, and this area is used for locating number of industries and most of the people. This area is highly populated also, and it is extended towards a very larger area. Fine. Then comes the Great Plain of China. Here we will see Huanghe River. Here we will see Yangtze River. Here we will see, what is that? Sikyang River. So this whole of the part is the part of the settlement. Okay. So this green part is what? It comes in the Great River Valley. It means the Great Plains of China is found here, and this area actually started settling by the people. Fine. And then comes afterwards the 5th division, that is all the purplish part. That is the island group, all the purplish part. Okay, so the island group, we'll see that there are three major island groups. Okay, three major island groups. Here we will see Philippines, right? And I told you that Indonesia is also the part of it. There are number of what is that group of islands inside it, right here. And then afterwards Japan here, right? So these are three groups of island in this, the biggest one was Sumatra and Java. Here is Indonesia. All these are groups of islands, right? So this is also the part of Asia, right, children? So keep everything in your mind, that which places, which areas are shown in the lowland, northern lowland, which areas are shown in the central mountain belt, then in the southern plateau, then river valley, then island group. These all, the physical the features are making this whole of Asia a variety land, right? So it is not dominated only by one sort of relief, but it is having number of reliefs, right? And there are different types of weathers too, which we will study afterwards. Is that very clear, children? Okay.